Uddin uncle. I used to do internship with him. He's doing a lot of, mashallah, very good with the school board of Broward County. Does a lot of school board work.
Construction.
Yeah, he has a big construction company, mashallah. Did an internship with his company for 9 months in like around 2008, 2009 time. And then his brother, actually, one of the greatest motivation for me was his brother.
Yes.
Tazneem Uddin uncle. Tazneem Uddin uncle motivated me.
He has been very instrumental in many of the Islamic centers here.
Yes, mashallah.
In South Florida. His company was the company that built a lot of these structures.
Yes, he actually he had a design company, so he designed a lot of those structures, and other companies built those structures based on his
I think he did
design.
some construction work with the Miami International Airport.
He did the designing of the Miami International Airport. The new terminals of those.
His company was part of that.
Part of that, yes.
Very interesting.
Mashallah, yeah. And he did a lot of other stuffs also. He had a material testing company also, where he used to test material, construction material in his lab. So mashallah, he did a lot of one of the greatest motivation for me was him also in the South Florida community.
And interesting, he was also a Hafiz al-Quran.
He was also a Hafiz al-Quran.
He was a Hafiz al-Quran.
Yes.
And a very well-known engineer.
Yes. It is.
Very popular.
Yes.
He became very wealthy. He was one of the wealthiest man living down here.
That is right.
And he was a Hafiz al-Quran. Could you imagine? You don't really have much of that. Memorized the entire Quran. Always involved in Islam. He was very involved. Many masajid, many mosques. He was very involved.
Yes.
He was a big donor.
Yes.
Oh, he gave hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Listen, yes.
He did not give thousands of dollars. He gave hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Do you know something? I remember I went, some center here had invited me to do a fundraising lecture. And this brother was there. So he's a Hafiz al-Quran and he's an engineer. So he was there when I was doing the fundraising for this masjid. And I think he had something to do and he had to leave. But before he left, he raised his hand and he said, Sheikh, whatever everyone put together here today, raise, and whatever everybody in this audience pledge, he said, I'm going to match it.
Wow, mashallah.
Could you imagine? Listen, I'm not telling you what I read in the books.
Yes.
I was doing the lecture and the fundraising. He had to leave. And he said, and listen, he was not there. It's not like he heard the total of collections were 20,000, 40,000, 5,000. No. He left. And he told me before he left, all put together here, whatever you guys raise for this masjid, he will match it. 100,000, 200,000, he will match it. I mean, that was his generosity.
That
is how successful he was in his career.
Yes. That's the only reason.
Very successful. Every mosque, every charitable work, he was there giving tens of thousands, 50,000, 100,000. He was just giving.
That is right, yeah. And that's one of the reason for his success, that he hold his Quran and then he hold his deen in Islam, and he charited also, he'd give, charity. And then
really phenomenal.
And as you know, that Allah said, you give in my path, I will increase it for you. But so Allah increase and put the barakah in his business.
Do you know Hafiz Saab? He's the only person I think I ever met at a fundraising who said, whatever you guys raise here, and he's talking thousands, hundreds of thousands of US dollars in the United States of America.
Yes.
He says, I am going to match it.
Yes.